welcome back to another video. So this is the first of the Doctor Who fan theory videos I said I was going to do. So the first of all, we're going to talk about that symbol. Now, I don't know if you've been getting confused with what I've been talking about in my reviews or what. So basically in my reviews I've been saying that there's a symbol that keeps popping up. And I kept saying it was in Series 8, it was in Series 8, I know it was in Series 8 because I remember seeing it, I remember people speculating that it was the Master's TARDIS. Now, I have a couple of fan theories, which I'm hoping will be a payoff. I'm really hoping that they pay off this symbol at the end of either the Christmas special, during the Christmas special, or if they pay it off in the season finale. Hopefully it'll be the season finale, with it being his last season. So, if you don't know what symbol I'm talking about, this is the symbol. Right? So you've seen it in Series 10. Obviously, they're all over the world. It's the Egyptian needle. It's Nefertiti's needle. Whatever it's called, I can't remember. But there's one in Paris, there's one in London, I think there's one in Washington. I'm not sure, but I know there's definitely probably one in Egypt as well. But it's an Egyptian needle. It's an iconic structure. Now, it keeps showing up in Doctor Who. So, for example, here again it is in last week's episode of Doctor Who, The Lie of the Land. Right? And in my review, I went on a rampage and a rant about this symbol showing up. It doesn't need to show up unless there's a significance to it. It was in the library behind Nardole and Bill in this shot here. Right? It was clearly there for a reason. There's clearly a reason behind that symbol being there. And I kept saying to you, I said, I've seen that symbol before. I've seen it in Dark Water, Death in Heaven. That's exactly where I saw it. So in Dark Water, when the Doctor takes Clara to the mausoleum and they walk out, that structure, there are two of them. There are two structures identical, but they are made of black marble. And there's two of them, and they've got the 3W logo on, which is obviously the eye of a Cyberman. And one of them says rest in peace. Now, here's my first theory. It's always behind Bill. So I have a feeling Bill is either going to die at the end of the season, or if she's going to become a Cyberman. I'm not sure. But that's my first prediction, that Bill's going to die at the end of Series 10, and the Doctor's not going to expect it. Okay? Now my second theory is that Missy's not the Master. Now, just cool it down before you start going, "'Cause she's the Master, Moffat announced that she's the Master." Oscar's going to announce that she's the Master. He's not going to let his little twist away, is it? No. That sounded so good. Okay, so, what I'm trying to say is, this symbol is iconic. It's known across the globe. It keeps popping up since Series 8 of Doctor Who. Not sure if it was in Series 9, but it was definitely in Series 10. Twice so far that I've noticed. Why? There's no need for it there. There's absolutely no need for it there. And I think it was even in Deep Breath somewhere as well. But there's no need for it there. Now, take a look at this. Yeah? This is the Rani's TARDIS. The same structure. That's right. Now, the Rani's known for having Egyptian-style TARDISes. For example, she had a pyramid one. She seems, she's a time lady, she's a Doctor Who villain. What if Missy is the Rani? And in fact has never been the Master, but has a cunning plan to get revenge on the Doctor with the Master. Now, my ideology of backing this up is, we've seen one shot at the end of the pilot episode. So we saw John Sim in, the end of Series 10 episode 1, the pilot, that Next Time trailer kind of advertising the series, and we saw John Sim with a goatee. Now, for John Sim to have a goatee, he has to have grown older as the Master, meaning there is a massive time gap between the End of Time Part 2 and this finale, or really Series 8. I mean, technically there is, because there's a whole of the Matt Smith era. Where was the Master? But we don't get to see that. So what if the Master looks this old because he never actually regenerated, and it was in fact the Rani that has been Missy all along? Now, I remember when she first came, when they first advertised, Michelle Gomez was coming into it, and it was like, who is she? Who's Missy? And people thought she was the Rani. What if she is the Rani? What if there was like, oh, she's the Master? But what if she's not? What if she's actually the Rani, and it's a little trick that Stephen Moffat's put there, as I've just shown you, that the Rani had a TARDIS similar to that? What's stopping her having another one? So my second theory is that Missy is in fact the Rani, and the Master is still out there, and which means John Simm's incarnation of the Master is still the Master. That's my personal fan theory. That's what I want to believe. Let me know what you guys think of that fan theory in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like, of course, as well. In addition to that, I also thought that maybe there was a possibility of Missy being Omega, or Omega is the reason behind this symbol. Now, Season 10, this symbol is showing up a lot. Omegas, I suppose, is kind of related to the Egyptians in a way, not so much. Now take a look at this diagram of a Type 91 TARDIS. It's a similar shape, but it's not exact. So what if the real version of it was in fact a design like this? But then we've got to think about the fact that, now this was a fan theory. I read a fan theory the other week that the monks that was in the past 3 episodes of Doctor Who were in fact the Time Lords, and their faces resemble Omega, or they were all Omega, and their faces resemble, and the symbol, this triangle with the 2 Zs, does look like Omega's face. Take a look at this picture of Omega, right? You can see the similarities between Omega and this picture which they're talking about. It's just, I feel like that's stretching it a bit far. Maybe Omega is returning, especially seeing as Omega was last seen in he was first seen in the 3 Doctors, a 3rd Doctor story, where it was the 3rd Doctor. But we also know that Peter Capaldi has a lot of similarities with the 3rd Doctor. So what if Omega has been subtly returning all this time? And what if he is the reason that Missy is going good and the Master is still out there? Who knows? Who knows? So that's my 3rd fan theory, that Omega is returning. Now, my overall theory is that Missy's the Rani, this is the Rani's TARDIS, and the Master is still John Simm, meaning we could get even more badass, kick-ass, awesome Master action, and he could very well kill off the Doctor. Well, the 12th incarnation of the Doctor. Regenerate off, I suppose. But let's not stop there. As I said, the last time we saw this symbol in Doctor Who physically, or the actual object, it actually appeared in Death in Heaven. Now, it was, I'm not sure if it was anywhere else in Death in Heaven, but I know it was definitely in the graveyard scene. Behind Missy in this shot, you can see a similar structure, which is a grave, similar to the Egyptian. And I know I've been in gravestone, I know I've been in graveyards before where they've had symbols like this. So what if all along this symbol is hinting at the Master's regeneration, a character's death? Who knows? But it's been there since Capaldi started. It is showing up so much this series. So either it's the Master's TARDIS and they're subtly trying to drop it in there, or it is Mrs. TARDIS. The Rani's TARDIS. My overall theory is that Missy is in fact the Rani, and he's subtly working with the Master, John Simm's version of the Master, incarnation of the Master, to get the Eye of Harmony or something evil, working with some big plan with the Cybermen. But I'm hoping that in the finale they will end up being in conflict, because Missy's trying to be good, the Master's still evil, there are conflicts. You see, we've seen the Rani be good before, so it is possible, I suppose, for the Rani to be good. So if that then caused conflict, like she's abandoned her original plans to get rid of the Doctor, and you've got the Master then getting infuriated, so he brings these entire era, new era, old era, well, new era, RTD era Cybermen, and then we get Missy to bring back the old-fashioned Mondasian Cybermen that are going to be there to get the Doctor. And what if it's actually a two-parter? What if the Christmas special will be the conclusion with the Cybermen killing off the 12th Doctor? Hopefully it's not called the 12th Planet. But it could be. Actually, I'm not sure. Now we know that we have the title of Doctor Who's finale, and I can't remember what it's called. It's something in time. I can't remember what it's called. Hang on. Now my theory is that Omega could very well be returning, and if he doesn't return this season, Chris Chibnall could indeed bring him back. But I'm not sure. Alright, so episode 11, part 1, is World Enough and Time. Now, to me that seems like Missy and the Doctor have lived on this world for enough time, and it's enough for the Doctor. Earth is enough. He doesn't have to travel anywhere. He's been trapped there by Missy in this vault. The Master returns at war. He's going to bring the Doctor, he's going to bring him this huge, huge finale. Now, what if the finale is actually a three-parter? Now, we do know that Rachel Talalay has directed episodes 11 and 12, World Enough and Time, and The Doctor Falls. But she's also been confirmed to be directing the Christmas special. So if she's directing the finale and then the Christmas special, is it possible she may just have... She's bringing it back, she's doing this huge plot. What if there's going to be a massive twist where this has been the Rani all along, the Master's been there looming, he returns to kill off the Doctor, kills him off in the Christmas special with the Mondasian Cybermen, some big ass spiders, just like the third Doctor, and the Doctor has a massive cliffhanger forcing him to regenerate in order to escape Earth. And we see, yet again, Chris Marshall emerge as the 13th Doctor. Now, we don't know who the 13th Doctor is yet. I'm hoping it will be announced round about August time. Normally that's when it's announced, August time, but you never know, they might not reveal it until September-ish. So yeah, they're my theories. That Missy is, so to sum it up, my theories are that Missy is the Rani and the Master, John Simm, is still the Master. The Doctor, Omega is returning. Now, one thing else I want to say is, remember I was talking about that 91, that 91 type TARDIS. That is Omega's TARDIS. Omega has a type 91 TARDIS. Okay? In the finale, in Dark Waters, in Season 8, it's the start of Death in Heaven. Sorry, I apologise. The Doctor counts 91 Cybermen that emerge from St. Paul's Cathedral. 91! Such a random number when you watch the episode. But the more you look into it, 91. 91, not 90. 91. 91 type TARDIS. Omega's TARDIS. The Cybermen are also returning for the Doctor's finale. Possibly to end up killing off the Doctor, seeing as the episode's called The Doctor Falls. And this is what I mean by Peter Capaldi saying he's already filmed his death. I think at the end of episode 12, the Doctor will die. Earth will be left without any protector. We will pick up in the Christmas special where the Earth has been torn to shreds. Bill's dead. Nardol's dead. There's no one to save the Earth. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. The Doctor is dead. But what if he's not? What if he's got something up his sleeve and he suddenly returns? Or even, what if we get this huge episode where the Doctor comes back from the dead? Maybe it's called The Doctor Rises here. Excuse me, maybe it's called like The Doctor Falls, The Doctor Rises. It's like an Easter story. He dies and then he rises from the pits of hell. He abolishes the Time Lord. Well, he brings out the Time Lords and Omega on his side and annihilates the Master. What if that's going to be the thing? And then you've got the Rani, which could end up being good. But then the little twist at the end, that she's been evil all along, and it was all her plan. They're my theories for what's going to be happening in Doctor Who. Let me know what you think about my theories of Missy being the Rani. I've given you enough sufficient evidence to argument it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. And of course, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been the Doc 11th, and I'll see you next time for more fan theories. I'll also see you on Saturday for another Doctor Who episode review. Goodbye for now, guys. Goodbye.